Thank God in Jesus' name. Welcome to session 12 of the names of God. Thank God. Honey, honey, honey. Thank God. um, to God be the glory for the wonderful things He has done. Um, uh, I can't believe it's session 12. But thank God in Jesus' name. So I'm just going to scroll through the list again today. And this video ends, but the names of God continue on and on and on. He's a God that has a sense of humor. Um, thank God in Jesus' name. I put some background laughter just to make me make me encouraged to do this one today. Okay. Thank God in Jesus' name. Thank God in Jesus' name. He's the Rose of Sharon. He's the Lily of the Valley. He's the Lion of the tribe of Judah. He's the God that made Jericho's walls to fall. One of my favorite verses is magnify the Lord with me. Let us exalt his name together forever. He's a God of supernatural love. He's God who is all powerful. He's the God of holiness. He's the God of holiness. He's every time God. People think that he's late, but he's still on time. He's the God who was, who is, and is to come. He is the rock of offense. He's the God. He's the faithful God who does no wrong. He's upright and just. He's the God who leads people. He's the God who leads people through the desert, who led people through the desert. He's the God who gives power to make wealth. I love that one. Deuteronomy 8:18. He's the God who went ahead like a devouring fire, destroying Israel's enemies, like he promised their forefathers. Deuteronomy 9:3. He's the God of gods. He's the Lord of lords. He's the God who has a myriad of angels. I'm trying to look at the list because the list is very long. I have to look at it to remember all his wonderful names. He's the God whose myriads are of holy ones. Deuteronomy 33:2. He's the God before time, on time, and after time. I like that one. He's the Lord of the dead and the living. Romans 14:9. Please comment the names of God that you know. And this list goes on and on and on. I'm still learning. I haven't read all the Bible, the chapters of the Bible yet to find all the names. So please update. Together we did this better. He's the God who loves the alien and gives him food and water. Deuteronomy 10:18. He's the God who shows no partiality. Deuteronomy 10:17. He's the God who the heavens, the highest heavens, the earth, and everything belongs to. Even if this video ends abruptly, God's names continue on and on and on. He's the God who made Israelites as numerous as the stars in the sky. He's the God who provides grass for the cattle. Deuteronomy 11:14. He's the God who promised to give Israelites every place their feet was set. Deuteronomy 11:24. He's the God who was and is to come. He's a great provider. I don't think I shared this one, that he's the God that gives power to make wealth. It's catching my eye twice today. Deuteronomy 8:18. He's the God whose name is excellent in all the earth. O Lord my God, how excellent is your name in all the earth. How excellent is your name. Jesus displayed unlimited patience to Paul. That's what he said in Hebrews 12:16. Love is God. He's a beacon of hope. I'm looking at the end list because those are the ones that I was able to get. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. He's the God of infinite mercies. He's the God that does 1,000 years worth in a day to save a soul. He's mighty rushing wind. He's a revealer of secrets. He's helper. He's healer. He's provider. He's the fashioner of new angels. He's the balm of Gilead. Wow, I used to see that a lot. Thank God, in Jesus' name. I'm doing this so that I remind myself of who God is while I remind you. As you serve others, you're actually serving yourself too. He's the light of the world. He calls for the light out of darkness. I like this one. He calls things that are not as if they are. He said to Gideon, mighty man of valor, even when Gideon thought he wasn't. He's fearful in praises. Always doing wonders, Adonai. He's the diadem of beauty. He is the upper room organizer. He organized the upper room meeting. I have to learn that one again. I read it the story before. He's the one that makes mountains skip like ram. So he's a skipper of mountains. So what mountain are you thinking of? Any problem, he can make it skip like a ram. He's the vine dresser. He has a good humor. He's a generational blesser. He's a cheerful giver. He's the God that opens his hand and satisfies the desire of every living thing. I don't think I shared this one. He's the God that does not sleep nor slumber. I'm looking for names with N and Q and X. He's the Nazarene. He's the nation builder. I see here he is the God that quiets with his love. He's the quickening spirit. He's the God of laughter. He's the God of the talking donkey. Yes, he made the donkey talk so that his servant could be in line with his will. He's the God that gave Jesus the chief intercessor forever. He's the God. What he has planned will stand. What he has purposed will be. He's the God that has stretched out his hand and established things and nobody can annul it. He's the God who walks a quick walk in us. Thank God, in Jesus' name. He's the God of all flesh, who nothing is too hard for him to do. Thank God, in Jesus' name. I love that one so much. He's the author of time. Every word spoken of him is God. He's the God whose word is alive from time began. He's the maker of holy people to appear. I love that one so much. He's the one that makes time and chance to favor someone. He's the strange act God. He prepares a table in the presence of principalities and powers. He's more current than the most current. He's the Kingsman Redeemer. He's the Kingsman Redeemer. This video ends, but his name goes on and on. I know that you will comment your name of God after all these sessions. After all these sessions. And he's the soul harvester. Oh, he's the Lord of the harvest. He's the one that enables people to come to him. He's compassionate and gracious. He's loving God. He's true God. He's the King of saints. He's the God of all flesh, and he's the Father of spirits. That covers everything, physical and spiritual. His fortress, his fourth man in the fire. Thank God in Jesus' name. He's the everlasting light. He's the light of men. He's rock that's higher than I. He's Yeshua HaMashiach. His witness is the wisdom of God. He is the pillar of cloud by day and pillar of fire by night. He's the one of the is the God of the Proverb 31 woman. She laughs at her future. He is the he's the strong tower. He is the God that has the spirit of adoption, that calls you to become a heir of all things. He's the strong deliverer. He's the son of righteousness. It has come so many times, that comes with healing in his wings. Malachi 4:2. He's the one that sets a guard on your soul. Thank God I've been able to do these sessions. The last two were it was God's help, not me. He's a rewarder of those who diligently seek him. And I thank God in Jesus' name that he continues to reveal himself to you in different ways. One that he has told me is that he's El Shaddai, the God that is more than enough.